Well, hi everybody. Welcome to NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm your host, Greg Martin. You know, the DEMA show is coming up. We talk an awful lot about the DEMA show, but it's kind of the culmination of the diving year. We've already given you a little bit of a teaser about what's coming up, but now it's time to start thinking about actually getting yourself registered for some of those really cool programs. And I've asked once again Angie Cowan, Communications Coordinator with NAUI, to join us.
Thanks, Greg. It's great as always. Look forward to talking to you. We're getting really excited about DEMA as we get closer and refine some of our plans and programs.
Yeah, now we teased folks just a little bit about some of the things that were coming up, and you've got a really robust and exciting menu of things for people to order off of, I guess. But now the waitress is standing here. It's time to start taking some orders, right?
That's right, Greg. We've got all of the information is available, a complete program guide of all the events and seminars with full descriptions is available in our program online. We've also started posting these individual seminars and workshops as Facebook events. I know we have a lot of our membership is involved and pretty active on our Facebook page, our NAUI official site there. So they can start ticking away and following and showing some enthusiasm that they're going to come, and then the registration form is available as well. Some of these will require payment and actual registration, which is what we're going to focus on a little bit more in today's cast.
Sure. Now, there are some of the registrations that, just basically you show up day of, but there are some, as you mentioned, that do take some forethought here. So talk about that a little bit.
That's right, yeah. And a lot of them are going to sound familiar. Some of them, though, have been revamped a little bit. So for our members who have been with us for a long time, it's similar but a little bit new name. And there is a fee there for a few of these items. Some of them are more than just a typical hour-long seminar as well. Primarily what we're talking about would be our NAUI First Aid Instructor Update. That one's going to be on Wednesday, November 1st. And it's going to be an update on some of the things that have changed so that instructors are more proficient in the latest NAUI and ILCOR standards, looking at the different ways that some of the standards have changed, and also just a nice refresher and make sure that you're ready to go in teaching your courses and teaching your ITCs. And we've got Essentials for NAUI Leadership Development. Again, that's a lot of the updates with the standards and working on different leadership techniques and approaches. That's a 4-hour workshop with our Director of Training, Terrence Teisel. He'll be doing a couple of those. We have also tried to provide 2 different opportunities for most of these trainings and updates. So people who can come earlier in the week, maybe they're for Wednesday, Thursday, or some people who need to come over the weekend, maybe Friday, Saturday. We've tried to address that by offering them at multiple times. So make sure you sign up for the one that you really want to sign up for. If you do find that you make a mistake on the registration, that's fine. Just contact us. Shannon McCoy, who a lot of our members are familiar with. She does a lot of our administrative stuff here at headquarters. She'll be handling and fielding some of these registrations, and she's a really good go-to person that you can contact. That's Shannon McCoy. Just contact her at headquarters.
Sure.
And then, too, a couple things. We've got a Teaching NAUI RGBM. We'll be having Terrence Teisel be coming in. We'll have Tim O'Leary will be around, and that's something for a very small price, just getting into some of the nitty-gritty details on how that model was developed and how it's used in a lot of modern-day dive computers. And then we've also got some special guests who are coming. One of those is Butch Hendrick. He's been involved, I think, around 50 years or so in safety and rescue and public safety diving training, been really integral in the industry. He's going to be doing some things of assessment of public safety diving standards, knowledge, and skills. Are we really where we need to be in terms of our training for those important skills and duties in that type of diving environment? And then he'll be doing something really fun, which I got a little taste of here a few weeks ago. We did some training with Butch and Andrea. Zephyrs were out here. He's going to be doing knot tying and rigging for divers. And I've been around a few boats. I'm actually a captain, and I could not tell you in about 10 minutes of time how impressed I was. A little storm came through. We had to wait for it to come through, so we were all wondering what to do. And Butch has a whole pile of line here. He said, "Hey, grab this." And before we knew it, we were doing bowlines with one hand and all kinds of other things. So You forget too how useful those different knots are, not just in your seamanship, but also in terms of rescue skills and things for diving when there is an emergency and you really do need to take action and work with what you have around you.
That's an interesting thought, too, because the dive site that we utilize up here in the Pacific Northwest, when we go out and we tie off our buoy out on our platform, you hand it to the dive master and say, here, go tie this out there. And then when I go out at the end of the day, sometimes it takes me a half an hour to figure out exactly what did you use to tie this and why. So I think that was a really important one. I love that.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. I'm hoping I can sneak away from some of my other duties and be able to attend that one myself, actually.
Nice. What else is going on?
Well, we also have some other really great seminars that are coming, maybe less of the workshop style, but more of a seminar from a variety of different fields in the industry. It's a really nice assortment. One focus will be obviously diver education and skills development, especially from an instructor or leader's perspective. Derek Kratz is going to be presenting Developing a Confident Diver on Tuesday. And that's something we talk about a lot in terms of, why are divers getting certified and not staying engaged and involved and becoming lifelong divers? Why is it kind of more of a, okay, let's just do the bucket list, check that off and move on? So I think that'll be really interesting. And then also along those lines in terms of marketing, this is kind of on the heels of our third NAUI core course for our NAUI Business Institute, which will be before DEMA starts. That'll be here in the Tampa area, October 30th and 31st. We still have some space available if anyone wants to sign up for that as well. There's information online. But then building on that, we'll have some of our instructors who are involved in the NAUI Business Institute coming and giving some presentations during DEMA, things on, the customer relations aspect. I'll be talking a little bit about using your social media and marketing, those types of things. And then, too, also involved in that, our relationship with Dan, Divers Alert Network. We've got Bill Ziefel coming in to talk to us about understanding diving risk management. He'll be doing that a couple different times, too. So if you can't catch him on that Thursday, you can come and catch that on Saturday when he presents as well. I mean, I could really go on and on, too. We've got looking at some of the science and conservation ecology aspects, too. We've got a special guest here coming from the Florida Aquarium who will be talking about sharks, turtles, and coral rescue and restoration, which who doesn't like sharks, turtles, and coral reefs, right? When they're scuba diving.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, all the training presentations. I already mentioned the RGBM. We've got someone talking about rebreathers. We've got Dan Simrod coming out from your area up there in Oregon to talk about freediving and the NAUI freediving course, and hopefully getting some more of our NAUI instructors doing that freediver training as well.
There is so much that goes on. If you've never been to a DEMA show, and I had somebody contact me a while back and say, you keep talking about DEMA. What is DEMA? Well, DEMA is an acronym. It stands for the Diving Equipment Marketing Association. But it is like the show. I mean, you want to talk toys, you want to talk, people and divers from all walks of life, every gadget that you can imagine, great deals on gear, new gear, old gear, you name it. Everybody is at this show. So it's just really a fun show.
Right, yeah. I didn't even mention, too, I wanted to throw in there the fun parts of what we're doing, too. We have all kinds of neat events going on in the evenings and just time to be together and enjoy that community aspect of diving. We're really looking forward to that. But in future podcasts, we'll talk a little more about that as well.
Sure. Now, before we let you go, there was one other thing we wanted to talk about this week. That's NAUI Week.
That's right, Greg. We've started a new NAUI week. We really want to recognize the birthday of NAUI is what we're calling it, starting with that origin when we had in 1960 in Houston, Texas, the first NAUI instructor certification course, or ICC, was held. It was really exciting time in diving in terms of standardized capacity and instructor training and safety, and that whole approach was really starting to kick off, and NAUI was right there at the forefront. And so what we've created is a series of social media posts. We'll have a press release coming out here this week too, to fill you in a little more of that history. Some of you who just kind of want the bullet points, that's there, but we also go into some of the history and milestones in our 57-year history that we have here at NAUI, and it's really neat as a membership association. There's such a sense of ownership in that approach and that model. It's a little bit different, and come to find out, even Al Tillman and the guys involved in the very beginning, when asked, why did you go the nonprofit route, not for profit, it was more of that's what we knew, being involved in the YMCA and different things like that. So really interesting tidbits that we'll be throwing out. There's some neat old images we've pulled out from the archives, and we'll also be connecting to a few of our new, more promotional videos and advertisements and things like that. So hopefully some of our members will enjoy that, and we've already seen some of them. The post started on Sunday. I've already started to see some of the members posting pictures, or, hey, I got certified here with so-and-so as my course director, and it's really fun and a neat way to connect us. And again, not just here where now we started, in the U.S., but also beyond and worldwide, and how much we're growing and how much energy and excitement is out there worldwide.
Really, yeah. I've already been teased a little bit with some of the posts that I saw from the executive director, Dallas Edmiston, posted some things, and it's so much fun to look back. I know we like to look forward and make sure that we're always moving forward in the diving industry, but it is fun to look back, kind of like we did with last week's podcast, the vintage diving aspect of it. I mean, there's a lot of us that have been around for a long, long time, and it is important to have a look back to see where we came from and what got us to this point. So yeah, look for information coming out of NAUI a little bit later on.
And a little teaser too, yeah, we'll definitely be having more information on our website and social media. Starting in 2018 for NAUI Week, we want to do a NAUI Week dive getaway, and also some Show Your NAUI Pride media campaigns and things. So there'll be a lot of ways for our members to get engaged, and then trying to too bring back a little bit of that. I know we do it in smaller groups, but in a really pretty big way, of bring back those times when we all gather together and really get to do what we love and dive together.
That's right.
Share that.
That's right. All right. Well, it sounds exciting. Not just NAUI Week, but all the great programs that have got lined up for the DEMA show. Be sure and check out the website. Check out the program line on program guide online. And as Angie said, you can always go on there and get yourself registered for any of these different programs. So it sounds great.
Greg, can I go ahead and give out the URL here one more time? It's naui.org/events/DEMA Show 2017. And we also have our member newsletter coming out this week too that'll have all those links available.
That sounds great. Sounds great. Appreciate the information, and we'll talk again real soon.
Sounds great, Greg. I look forward to it. Thank you. Take care.
Always. Of course, if you have an interest in learning to dive, be sure and check out your local NAUI dive shop, or check out naui.org. That's this episode of NAUI's Dive Team Report. I'm Greg Martin. Thanks for listening. I'll see you underwater.